Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Here we are taking a look at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. The higher the time frame, the stronger the analysis are. Anytime you see these two moving average apart, most times so that the best time the short opportunity present themselves, and anytime they are very close, those are the best time to buy. So let me show us an example here. You can see here they were very close together here. This was the best time to buy Bitcoin around these price levels, and you can see here we are far apart, and most of the time the red horizontal line, which is the bigger moving average, the 200 simple moving average, always act as the daddy here, the bigger boy, while the 20 period moving average tracks the market. So this one acts as the baby. So whenever we are far away from the 200 moving average, the way the market always finds a means to come back, both of them meet at a certain point, because the charts keep going, the moving average keep moving too. At a certain point, then form an equilibrium level before we see a takeoff, like what has happened here. And not just these areas. If I go back to the chart, you will discover that this thing exists even on the lower time frame, but we are using the bigger time frame view and also give us a stronger opinion about the market. So if you backdate it, you discover that we don't have the 200 moving appearing on all of these zones, but if the 200 should be appearing this way to be an equilibrium stage, and if the 200 moving was to appear here, you discover that this 200 the 20 period, which is the blue horizontal line, was very far away from the 200, and that's why we had this huge collapse downwards, gave us an equilibrium and then push to the upside. And now Bitcoin is sitting clearly above 100,000 US dollars, which is currently at 113 US dollars as at the day of making this video, which is 26th of October 2025. So how do you make proper trading execution with knowing the fact that currently is not the best time to buy Bitcoin, because we can see that these moving averages are far apart, right? They're far apart. You can see how far they are. So it's not the best time actually, because you would want to see this moving average close together, like I've mentioned, before you go in. Now let's see what we can do here. This is the weekly time frame for Bitcoin, and when we talk about an asset class like Bitcoin that keeps going up and up and up, you have to understand when pullbacks happen and the different type of pullbacks. And many times Bitcoin presents the simple pullbacks on the bigger time frames, but when it comes to our day-to-day runnings or day-to-day interaction with the lower time frames, majorly the ones that we see is the complex pullback. And on this channel, if you go down to my videos, you discover that I break down what I mean by complex pullback and how to spot them in the market. You can see here now Bitcoin made this big push to the upside, boom, and made a simple pullback, just like the name sound, and a continuation to the upside. Simple pullback, continuation to the upside, and so on. Now, do you think we'll just keep going up like that? No. Whenever the market gives us a push like this, we have the first leg, here, we have the second leg, and here we have the third leg. There are tendencies that we start seeing weakness in that trend. And if you notice very well now, you discover that the way it was pulling up before with so much speed, we have started to see some choppy market here, showing that it is tired. I'm not saying that Bitcoin will automatically just reverse at this point. I'm just trying to let you guys understand that these are not the best price to buy, and there are times when you just need to wait, or the market will also present some short opportunities at times. So personally, I'm looking to short Bitcoin. You understand that? In fact, I have a short position currently on Bitcoin, and I'm targeting this zone here, which is the $85,000 to $75,000 price level. And simply because I know that this market is in the oversold area, and whenever we start seeing a push like this, we could experience the complex pullback that is now sitting around this price zone. If you don't know what the complex pullback is, make sure you scroll down to my videos and see where I explain this type of pullback and what I mean by the complex pullback. So in the complex pullback scenario, this is what I'm expecting to happen. If that should be the case for Bitcoin, we have this push to the upside, a pullback, then a continuation. So for the complex pullback to take place, we'll have a pullback to this neckline here, which has happened already. with these areas here, then it will look like the market wants to continue upward. Then we'll now see a reversal, which is currently happening. If you watch very well, this market here showed a reversal at this point here. It looked active. It was going to continue upward with a huge big engulfing candle. Let me just bring that in again, with a huge engulfing candle to the upside, and it was taken out. So that is a reversal sign, and from there we could start seeing the market coming to retest this zone, which will complete the complex pullback. And this will be a huge buy opportunity for Bitcoin around this price, which is the 75,000 to from the $80,000 to $5,000 price level. By then you start seeing these moving averages going closer, because definitely as the market keeps moving, the moving average also moves, never sleeps, and at some point it will give us an equilibrium, and from there we'll see a very good buy opportunity for this asset class, which is Bitcoin. So that's my current view on Bitcoin. And if you go lower to the daily time frame, where I can now see more clearer signals, I would be pointing out something there. You can see clearly that we had this huge collapse here, and if you know about what is called the dead cat bounce scenario, you will understand that this market is not done yet going down, simply because we had this big push to the upside. This was a massive push all the way from the 108 price level to the $125 price. That was the highest price Bitcoin went, and we had this big collapse to the downside, and you can see that market tried to go up and it failed. This is the dead cat bounce playing right there. Here we have this pullback from the higher high here all the way down to the low here. We're going to pull that out with the Fibonacci retracement tool, which I have drawn. So this Fibonacci tool carries all the four we had with the Bitcoin itself has experienced from this zone down to this zone here. Now, there's a possibility for us to see the pullback into these Fibonacci levels, which is the 38.20 retracement level, the 50% retracement level, and this is 1.80% retracement level. Those are the levels that personally I've practicalized with and I've experienced to be levels that can still push the market downwards. And if they are being taken out, there's possibility for the market to start playing around and continue to the upside. So for the bearish scenario for Bitcoin, if I am being correct here, we could easily see this tap into these zones here, the 50% level, which takes us all the way up to the 1,000. Sorry, we take it all the way up to the $117,000 price level. So anything around that level should still be of interest to me. But if it is taken out, then I'll be looking for a bullish scenario going forward. But for now, let's see what happens in the following days, and a quick collapse into the $95,000 price level for Bitcoin is expected, and this all depends on where we react from. And I've made several videos talking about the areas we react from and what are the profit targets based on the reaction areas. Now, if we have this reaction on the 50% level without touching this 61% level, I will be looking at this $101 price level for the immediate short term short position currently, and I'm doing that with Bybit. Here you're going to see my Bybit link and the referral code in the comment section. So if you're interested in taking this short trade in Bitcoin with me, you can check that out. And this is my bearish scenario for Bitcoin. But let's look at the bullish scenario now for Bitcoin now. So if the bullish scenario for this market now is for us to see, now we have this push to the upside, then a pullback. This is the simple pullback. So if this market decides to keep going up, we might see Bitcoin also come to retest new all-time highs, rather, not retest. Also come to new all-time high, which is the minus 27% level on the Fibonacci 2, which puts us on at the at the $35,000 or $135,000 price level and $157,000 price level. So around these price levels is also possible for Bitcoin, but for now, let's see what the coming days are going to be for this, and I'll keep us up to date. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, so that when I drop new videos, you'll be able to be the first person to view them. And also check the comment section to check my community, where I also post updates, and I've been very inactive for a while, and hopefully going forward you'll be seeing a lot of my updates in the channel too. So you guys should still bless and don't over leverage. Okay, still bless and catch you on the next one.